In Penny Lane you will see some places that are mentioned in the song, like for example the shelter in the middle of the roundabout, the bank and the barber shop. You will also find some other places. What's up everyone, my name is Augustine, I'm a musician and a massive fan of the Beatles, and I'm here in Penny Lane in Liverpool. It's a street with a lot of connections to the Beatles, and it's also of course the street that inspired the song Penny Lane. It's a very cloudy day and I'm very happy because if it was sunny it wouldn't be so Liverpool. So let me show you around and tell you the story of this beautiful part of Liverpool. Penny Lane is a street situated south of the A562 road in Liverpool, England. The name also applies to the surrounding area. During the 20th century, it was the location for one of the main bus terminals in Liverpool, and it gained international notability in 1967 when the Beatles released their song Penny Lane in tribute to their upbringing in Liverpool. The street and bus depot became a place of international interest as a result of the Beatles song Penny Lane, which was released in February 1967 and it was a #1 hit all around the world. The fireman and fire engine referred to in the lyrics are the fire station at Mather Avenue, which is close to Penny Lane. The shelter is located in its own island, which is the shelter in the middle of the roundabout referred to in the lyrics. The street has long been sought out by Beatles fans touring Liverpool. In the past, Penny Lane street signs were a constant target of tourist theft and had to be continually replaced. City officials gave up and simply began painting the street name on the sides of buildings and walls. This practice was stopped in 2007, 40 years after the release of the song, and more theft-resistant street signs were installed. However, some are still stolen.
Penny Lane is a place in Liverpool that was kind of central when I was growing up because it's a bus depot. We used to call it a bus depot. So if you take one route of bus and you've got to change routes and go off this way, it's Penny Lane that you change at. When John and I were writing songs later, we often used to just hark back to places that we both remembered, you know. And I came up with this idea for Penny Lane. There'd been a barber shop, which is still there actually, where you know those haircut photos where you can choose what haircut you want. It's like almost like a pop art kind of thing, those photos. So, you know, that got the line, there's a barber showing photographs of every head he's had the pleasure to know. So that's him. And then on the other corner, Penny Lane, is a bank. So I made up this story about the banker and the motor car and the children laughing at him. And then just down the road there is a fire station. So we made up the story about the bloke with the clean machine. I tied it all together, and then the last verse is behind the shelter in the middle of the roundabout, which is the Penny Lane thing itself. They're just memories really, you know, pulled together and given a kind of slightly poetic treatment. And it's really just memories of my Liverpool childhood.
Penny Lane was thought to have been named after 18th century Liverpool slave trader James Penny. But research conducted in the city's International Slavery Museum in the wake of June 2020 George Floyd protest found no historical evidence linking its name to the slave trade.
These signs were defaced during a recent Black Lives Matter protest. Someone wrote racist over the top of it and scribbled out the penny, and the reason being there's some confusion over where the name of this street even comes from. Some people think that it's linked to a slave trader called James Penny who lived and operated out of Liverpool, but the International Slavery Museum here in Liverpool says that the evidence linking James Penny to Penny Lane is inconclusive, and moreover some people point to the fact that some maps show Penny Lane on the map some 20 or 30 years before James Penny even made it into Liverpool. I just wanted to ask if you think that Penny Lane should be renamed if it is found to be linked to slavery.
She shouldn't be renamed, no, it's always been Penny Lane. And it's not a racist name.
I'm just talking to a lady who lives here, she's a resident, and she says that the reason it's called Penny Lane isn't to do with the slaver whose surname was Penny, it's to do with the bridge, which is right here, and you would be charged a penny to cross it.
The Penny Lane area has acquired a level of trendiness and desirability in the 21st century. The area has become the most sought after among Liverpool's large student population for its whole food outlets, charity shops, takeaway food emporiums, and selection of traditional businesses such as W.H. Smith. In Penny Lane, you will see some places that are mentioned in the song, like for example, the shelter in the middle of the roundabout, the bank, and the barber shop. You will also find some other places that are not mentioned in the song, like for example, St. Barnabas Church, where Paul McCartney used to sing in the choir as a kid, and where Paul McCartney's brother Michael got married. In the carpool karaoke episode with Paul McCartney and James Gordon, they drive around Liverpool and they visit famous Beatles locations including Penny Lane, and we can see Paul writing his name on one of the street signs here at Penny Lane.
Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. Oh yeah. Someone's gonna come up and go, that's never him. They'll never believe it. They'll never believe it.
They also visited the famous barber shop mentioned in the song, and they took some pictures with the lady who was working at the shop.
Come in your shop, love. We just want to get into the bar. All right. Look, who's up here now.
He's having his haircut.
I got a feeling this one might be on the wall as well, Paul. There we go.
See you, love.
After I finished recording this video, I decided to walk into the barber shop and get a haircut. For some reason, I was expecting to pay quite a lot of money for that haircut, but it was only £10, which is quite an average price for a haircut in the UK. They have many pictures of the Beatles. Remember, this is the place where the Beatles used to get their haircuts. The lady who gave me the haircut was really nice, and I mentioned that I had a YouTube channel dedicated to the Beatles, so she allowed me to record the whole conversation. So I'm going to show you guys some of the most interesting things we talked about, because she did mention some things about the shop and its connection to the Beatles. And she also told me the story of the carpool karaoke episode with Paul McCartney and how she missed it because she was on holiday, and of course they didn't let them know they were coming. And she also mentioned how the carpool karaoke episode helped them get new customers. Oh, and also, I sat in the same chair that Paul sat in.
It's my shop,
okay.
But I've been here for a long time, 30 years, more than 30 years.
That's so cool.
And about 13 years ago, it's been mine since about 13 years ago.
Okay, that's great. And were you here when Paul McCartney came with James Gordon? Or?
No, I'm here every Saturday.
You missed it.
I was on holiday, I was in Norway. On holiday because I had no idea they were coming in.
Oh no.
And the lady that you saw, she normally just does a few hours on a Saturday morning.
She was so lucky.
Yeah. And then when I came back, I had to sign all forms to, so they could put it on.
Oh, I see.
And I wasn't even on it.
Oh no, what a shame.
I know. I'm over it now, but at the time I was a bit gutted, I'd have to be honest.
Oh, I love that episode of Carpool
Yeah,
Karaoke. It's my
had that
favorite.
many hits. God knows how many hits it's had.
Yeah. And they went to Paul's house as well.
Yeah,
They went
it was good.
everywhere. It's so cool.
Have you been in Paul's house? Have you
Today
been on the
actually.
tour? Oh, yeah. Was it good?
But it's great. I'm taking the tour tomorrow actually. Today
yeah.
I just I walked
Oh,
outside
you're
the house
outside,
and
yeah.
but-
I haven't been on the inside of them either.
yeah. Are you gonna do it at some point?
Yeah, but that's the thing when you live here.
Yeah.
You don't rush to do anything. do
I
you?
know, yeah. I haven't done so many things in London yet, and
Yeah.
I've been there for 4 years,
Yeah,
but there's a lot
that's
of
it.
places I haven't seen because when you live there, it's like,
Yeah. Yeah, you just don't bother, do you? Because there's always tomorrow.
so cool that I'm having a haircut here. Like the Beatles used to have their haircuts done
Yeah,
here, right?
Yeah. Mr. Biolessi used to do it, because this used to be Biolessi. When the Beatles came here, that's who owned the shop.
Uh-huh.
So that was sort of, his father had the shop before him.
And did you buy the shop from him, or?
No, well, Tony Slavin was who I used to work for. So I worked for him, and then
And he bought the shop from him?
yeah. But and then Tony died, so I lease it now off his widow, off his wife.
Oh, I see. And you keep the name, yeah?
Yeah, because everybody knew it as that.
Yeah,
And
of course, yeah.
I was working here, so if we'd have changed the name, people might have thought someone else was here.
Yeah, but it's
Just
still
left
you,
it,
yeah.
yeah.
No,
I
that's
did-
very clever, yeah.
Yeah, well, I did think of trying to change it back to Biolesses.
Oh, yeah?
I'll show you a picture in a minute.
Yeah,
of
maybe that would be
Biolesses.
that would be like a good marketing strategy, I think.
Yeah, but I think I told somebody that I was thinking of turning it back, and a man came who said that he bought all the rights to the name Biolesses. So,
Oh, so you have to buy them from him.
yeah, I wasn't going to do that.
Yeah. Do you get many customers because of the Beatles?
Oh, yeah, lots, and we get lots of tourists and
So nice.
coming in all the time. Obviously, this year they've been more like English tourists, lots of English tourists.
Mm-hmm.
But normally, they're from everywhere. You know?
But like customers as well to get their
Oh
hands.
yeah, people. Or some people come in and because lots of people didn't realise it was a working barber shop until that carpool karaoke.
Oh,
and
I
then
see.
so loads of people come in to
That
get
was
their
a blessing,
haircuts.
yeah.
Yeah. But before then, people would come in and go, "Oh, I've had my hair cut, but I'd really like to have it done here." And they'd say, "Can you just chop a little piece off it so I can say I've had my hair cut earlier?" You know?
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I was just outside and I was just taking videos, and then I thought, I need a haircut actually. I wonder, and I thought it was gonna be like expensive, you know, but it's just like
we're not
normal
expensive.
price. Yeah.
Just normal. Yeah. In fact, really cheap for London prices.
I would get a Beatle haircut, but you know,
No.
not possible.
I've done a few people haircuts today.
Yeah, today.
Today, yeah.
It's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't do it with my hair, you know.
No.
I need some
Far
special
too
treatment.
thick anyway.
Yeah,
It was just like this, like a...
I need some sort of like special treatment, and still wouldn't look good. But it's funny. People come here and they're like, "Yeah, can I get a Beatle haircut, please?"
I know, you think.
It's
And
funny.
people from all... Lots of like Japanese people who've got really straight hair that just...
Oh,
stand
that,
like, oh.
yeah, that probably looks good on them. Okay, this is pretty much it for now. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. There's a PayPal link as well where you can donate some money if you want. Every donation will be absolutely appreciated. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel because I have so many videos about the Beatles. I have videos visiting very famous Beatles locations, like for example Paul McCartney's house in London or Abbey Road Studios. So if you love the Beatles as much as I do, I'm pretty sure you're gonna like this channel. This is pretty much it for now. See you next time. Bye.
Well, I'm afraid that's us run out of time.
Oh,
I'm really
okay.
sorry.
Well,
So,
thanks. Bye, everyone.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
If I give my heart to you, I must be sure from the very